Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom. I'm Officer Marakad, officer in the Mashara Yasharala, officer of Camp 4, out here in Virginia, Norfolk, coming to y'all with a lesson today. As you can read the comments, you can read the caption, not the comments. You'll see what the lesson is on. I advise you to go back and check. You'll know what we're going over. All right. This ain't not going to be a regular Torah portion like I usually do it, but this is going to be portions of the Torah. Okay? Where I will be going over breakdowns in the law, going to diverse places like the prophets, the New Testament, but also to mention that there was no New Testament at the time of Hamashiach Yahushua. There was no New Testament. There was no New Testament at the time of Jeremiah. Okay? Until, I won't go there. But the time of the prophets, the time of Hamashiach Yahushua, the time of Paul, the time of John and them, there was no New Testament. Okay? So everything that they said and they know came from the law and the prophets. All right? But first and foremost, I like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God power, and I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahushua, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. All right? Shema Yasharala Yahweh, Allahayanawa Yahweh Achad, Hero Israel, the Most High power. Our power is one power. Okay? But man, hey, I hope everybody's having a powerful Shabbat, reading the scriptures, okay, giving understanding, opening that book, having frontless in front of thine eyes, you know what I'm saying, looking at your family, they getting it and everything else. Hey, Shalom, God, you know what I'm saying? And your wife, hey, Sarah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, baby cakes, you know what I'm saying? You're getting it. And yourself, you have the joy of teaching. You have the joy that Hamashiach Yahushua gave you that no man can give you, man. Nobody can give you the joy Hamashiach Yahushua is going to give you. Okay? So, everybody get your pens, your markers, your pencils, and paper. All right? If you ain't got no regular paper, use the sketch paper. Write on that. Little boxes. It'll be neat. All right? If you got your phones, make notes in your phones and write these precepts down. All right? Do that. Let me go to a precept first before I start here. All right? And we're going to go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 9. All right, this is what I will call an index, where you go to see where things are, because this gives you the instructions on how to read the Bible. Isaiah 28 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. Here a little, and there a little. All right? So I'm going to be going here and there, over here and there, and I'm going to be putting things together like a puzzle for you, my family, Yasharala, the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, Panamanians, Guatemalans, El Salvadorians, people from Honduras, Jamaica, Haiti, Haiti, Cubanos, okay, Puerto Ricans, all right, my people that are scattered amongst the four corners of the earth. We're in the fourth part, okay, the fourth part of the world. That's where we are. All right. Salak, y'all. Salak. So, man, you know, these plagues are hitting and we're being afflicted. So, I would say endure in your affliction, okay? Whew, wow. I just had a sinus infection like, what, over a month ago. I got another one. So, hey, man, endure until the end. Don't fall off. Keep these laws, okay? Be the one who was planted among good ground, the seed that fell among good ground, okay? All right, let's get it crack-a-lacking. All right, so everybody turn to Leviticus 11 and 1, okay? I give y'all time to go there. All right. So the point of me doing this right here is to get people to understand who is this speaking to Masha and Aaron. Okay? So when you read the law, you know who's speaking. Who's the angel that's speaking? And I'm gonna also show you that it's an angel talking to Masha Aaron. Okay? I'm gonna prove to you without a shadow of a doubt through the Spirit of the Most High that this is Hamashiach Yahushai that is speaking to Masha and Aaron. Okay? Well, shadow of doubt through the precepts, I'm gonna show you and prove to you that it is Hamashiach Yahushai. And he is also the destroyer that was in the wilderness. Okay? So here we go in Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 1. And I'm going to say it like this: the angel of the Lord, the angel of the Most High, spake unto Masha and to Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. He's teaching them. He's telling them, this is what you're going to tell them. Okay? Tell the children of Israel this. So, who's doing the speaking? Let's learn that today, folks. That way, when we read the laws, it's much better. So you start to get an understanding and you want to learn more about the Most High and His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahushai, who is our King and our Master. Okay? So so who's the angel that speaks to Moses and Aaron? And I went to Leviticus 11 and 1 to verse 2. All right, Leviticus 11 and 1. And the angel of the Most High spake unto Masha and Aaron. So let's go a little dive into Acts chapter 7 and verse 30. And sorry, y'all, my laptop our internet is not up in this house yet. Okay, so y'all gonna have to give me a bit. Okay, then I'll be able to do it like I usually do it, where I have the Bible and everything on my laptop and showing you and going through it with you. Okay, so right now you're gonna have to go to your own app. If I was you, I would download on my phone the 1611 with the Apocrypha. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Ooh, my sinuses. All right, here we go. This is the book of Acts, chapter 7 and verse 30. And when 40 years were expired, there appeared to him in the wilderness of Mount Sinai an angel of the Most High and a flame of fire in a bush. So there was an angel of the Most High and a flaming fire in a bush. I messed that up. Let me say it again. An angel of the Most High in a flame of fire in a bush. Okay? Remember the burning bush? Everybody, we're going to find out who it was today through the Spirit of the Most High. Okay? Verse 31. When Masha saw it, he wondered at the sight. Now, this is in the so-called New Testament. All right? And as he drew near to behold it, the voice of the angel came unto him. Right? So this is the angel that was in the bush, came unto him, saying, now he's carrying a message. Okay? He's saying, saying, I am the power of thy fathers, the power of Abraham, and the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. Then Masha trembled and durst not behold. He didn't even want to look at him. Then said the angel to him. So you got to put everything in context. I'm not saying Lord. Then said the angel to him, put off thy shoes from thy feet, for the place where thou standest is holy ground. I have seen the affliction of my people, which is in Egypt, and I have heard their groaning, and am come down to deliver them. And now come, I will send thee into Egypt. He sent them into Egypt. This Masha whom they refused, saying, who made thee a ruler and a judge, the same did Yahweh send to be a ruler and a deliverer. This is why you don't say Hamash. This is why you don't say Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Because remember, it's spelled backwards, right? But we're not talking backwards. So when you say Yahweh Shai Mashiach, you're saying the deliverer anointed. I mean, when you spell it, you will spell it backwards, but you won't spell it Yahweh Shai Mashiach and then say it Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. You will say Hamashiach Yahweh Shai backwards. And then you'll say it forward. Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, the anointed Savior, not the Savior anointed. You're saying it backwards. Like when you say, you shouldn't say Bahashim, because that is Shem, which is one of our forefathers. You say Bahasham, Shum, Bahasham, Hamashiach Yahushua. Big difference. Okay? Bahasham is in the name of the deliverer, in the name of the anointed deliverer. Okay? Where was I? I'm going to start at 34. Acts 7 and 34. I have seen the affliction of my people, which is in Egypt. And I have heard their groaning and am come down to deliver them. And now come, I will send thee into Egypt. See, he's talking to him at the burning bush. He said, now come, I'm going to send you into Egypt. The bush was burning. Now, see, now it's talking to Masha, telling him what he's going to do. See, now you're about to find out the burning bush, right? And now come, I will send thee into Egypt. This Masha whom they refused, saying, who made thee a ruler and a judge, right? And that goes back to when Masha left out of Egypt, and he saw, first, he killed the Egyptian, and he ran off. Then he came back around his people, and he saw the two same brothers striving with each other, And he tried to stop him and talk some sense into him. And they said, "Who you are? Who made you ruler and judge over us?" That's what they're talking about. That's what they're talking about right now. Who made thee a ruler and a judge? The same did Yahweh send to be a ruler and a deliverer by the hand of the angel. Because the angel said right here um, in verse 34, and now come, I will send thee into Egypt. Right? So when you, in verse 35, he said, by the hand of the angel, which is Hamashiach Yahushai, which appeared to him in the bush. Right? Turn to Jeremiah 23 and 29 real quick. And it reads, is not my word like as a fire, saith the Most High? Who is the word? Hamashiach Yahushai. Go to John 1 and 1. All through the scriptures, the word of the Most High. Is not my word like as a fire, saith the Most High, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? See? Go to Exodus 23 and 20. Not my word like a fire, saith the Most High, like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? This, this is showing you everything. I'm showing you everything, precept upon precept. Turn to the book of Exodus, chapter 23 and verse 20. And we're going to read to verse 23. Okay, Most High speaking. Behold, I sent an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, to keep thee in the way, to keep Mashai and them in the way they're supposed to go, in righteousness, in the way. Also in the way of the path where they must go to keep them safe. All right? And to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. See? Beware of him and obey his voice. Whose voice? The angel, the destroyer that he's sending before them, which is Hamashiach Yahushua. We're going to prove through more of the precepts. Watch. Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, obey his voice and do all that the Most High speaks, to tell the angel's going to tell Masha and Aaron, and Masha and Aaron are going to tell our forefathers, the children of Israel. But if, verse 22, but if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary unto thine adversary. For my angel shall go before thee, and bring thee into the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Canaanites, the Hittites, and the Jebusites, and will cut them off. See? Verse 20, behold, I send an angel before thee. Verse 23, for my angel shall go before thee, and bring thee unto the Amorites. These things are very clear. I want y'all to understand the law now and know who's speaking, like Eureka. Eureka. Wow. Man, I don't know how we didn't know this before. Eureka. Go over to 1 Corinthians 10 and 1. You see these things, 1 Corinthians 10 and 1, go there. See, these things are very plain when they're shown through the Spirit. Right? Let me get there real quick. And here we go. The book of Isaiah, chapter 11 and verse 2. And the Spirit of the Most High shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Most High, and shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Most High. And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. Isaiah 11 and 2 is the Spirit. So when I say in the Spirit of the Most High, I'm talking about in the knowledge and the wisdom and understanding and the counsel and the fear of the Most High. So I'm bringing y'all this breakdown in the Spirit of the Most High. All right? First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that you should be ignorant how that our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Mashah and the cloud and in the sea. That cloud, y'all. That IFO, that identified flying object. See, they call them UFOs. We call them IFOs. They like to trick the people by sorcery. Sorcery, which is a lie that people get you to believe. That's when it becomes sorcery. When somebody can get you to believe a lie. That's obviously a lie. But they make you believe it through a lie. That's sorcery. Right? That's sorcery. That's a lie. How that all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Mashah in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, right? And did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drink of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Hamashiach Yahushua. Proven on things. For they drink of that spiritual rock that followed them. Right? That followed them. Exodus 23 and 23. For my angel shall go before thee, and bring thee unto the Amorites. My angel. Exodus 23 and 20. Behold, I send an angel before thee, to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. And a pillar of a cloud, man. What you call a nimbus. Right? So let's go back to Acts 7 and 35. For they drink of that spiritual rock that followed them. And that rock was called what? Say it, Hamashiach Yahushua, our king, our master. Right? Acts chapter 7, verse 35. This Mashah whom they refused, saying, who made thee a ruler and a judge? The same did Yahweh send to be a ruler and a deliverer by the hand of the angel which appeared to him in the bush. Right? The same one from what? Exodus 20:23. For my angel shall go before thee and bring thee into the Amorites, and to bring thee unto the Amorites. Verse 20, Exodus 23 and 20. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way. See? Acts 7 and 35. By the hand of the angel which appeared to him in the bush. He brought them out after he had shewed wonders and signs in the land of Egypt and in the Red Sea and in the wilderness 40 years. This is that Mashah, which said unto the children of Israel, a prophet shall the most high your power raise up unto you of your brethren like unto me. Him shall ye hear. Who was that? The only one is Hamashiach Yahushai, not Joshua. Joshua says it in the book of Deuteronomy. That is not him. It wasn't Joshua. Verse 38. This is he that was in the church in the wilderness with the angel which spake to him in the Mount Sinai. This is he that was in the church in the wilderness with an angel which spake to him in the Mount Sinai, and with our fathers, who received the lively oracles to give unto us, to whom our fathers would not obey. And to this day, they still don't obey Hamashiach Yahushua. And to be honest, man, us that know Hamashiach Yahushua, we still find ourselves falling short listening to him. Acts 7:39, to whom our fathers would not obey, but thrust him from them, and in their hearts turned back again into Egypt. In their minds, man, they just love captivity. Just like our people today, man. Don't they? The same way? And in our hearts, we turn back into Egypt. It's like they love captivity. They only love what they know. They don't want to know anything else. If they can't see it, they don't want it. And in their hearts turn back again into Egypt, saying unto Aaron, make us powers to go before us. For as for this Mashah, which brought us out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what has become of him. We don't know what the heck has become of this man. That's what they're saying. Go to Exodus 16:1. Because the congregation saw Hamashiach Yahushua in the wilderness. They saw him in the wilderness. They saw him. Our ancestors saw him. Our ancestors saw Hamashiach Yahushua in the wilderness. Our ancestors saw Hamashiach Yahushua during the Roman Empire. And he's going to appear unto us in the last days in this Roman Empire. Okay? This is the book of Exodus, chapter 16, and verse 1. And they took their journeys from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Sin. Remember, he was in the wilderness with them, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Egypt. And Moses spake unto Aaron, say unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, come near before the master, for he hath heard your murmurings. And it came to pass, as Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of the Most High appeared in the cloud. Hamashiach Yahushua. So, you got to understand the backstories of Hamashiach Yahushua as well. You got to also understand who the angel is that speaks to Aaron and Mashah. You got to understand these things. These things are very important to have an understanding of. And to really grip the scriptures and understand the prophets and everything else, you got to know you'll start to understand he's in the prophets and the angel that's speaking to him. You'll start to really understand. Then people like, man, I know Jesus Christ was in the prophets. You can't prove, man. If you know the law, you're gonna know the prophets. He's the same person. Then when you go, you can start learning the name of the angels too, because he's not the only angel that appeared to folks. You got Uriel and those other angels too. Michael, you know what I'm saying? Man, I wish I can just snap my fingers and make all y'all understand and believe. But you got to prove your own self. Y'all got to prove your own self, man. Worthy. You really got to. We all got to do the work and show ourselves approved unto the Most High and to our King, Hamashiach Yahushua. You just got to. These things are very important to us, you know. So let's go into the next lesson, man, which I wanted to go into. Leviticus 5. Let's get into that. Leviticus 5, man. Let's get into that. You know what I'm saying? These things are very important. You know, very, very important. Give y'all a little time to get to. Man, I got a lot of books that I've collected over the years. Well, here we go. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 5 and verse 1. And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing, and is a witness, whether he has seen or known of it. So you can be a witness if you weren't there, but you know about it. If you've seen it, you're a witness. But if you didn't see it, but you know of it, you're a witness and you're accountable to tell the truth about that person. You're accountable. That is not snitching. I'm getting tired of y'all, man, saying this is snitching. I don't owe you an infinity to not tell the truth on you. Because that's how our people get down. That's how people get ruled over. That's how people go into transgression of the law. Man, I'm sick and tired of it, bro. You break the law, it's over for you. I mean, I'm not going to say like it's over for you, like you doomed and everything else. I mean, if you did something worthy of death, that's on you. But I'm saying something. Because I'm tired of seeing my people go down for something that they should be talking about. I think the person who's killing our people in our neighborhood need to be spoken out and beaten in public. I do believe in that. I'm tired of it. People start to really straighten up. Women start to really straighten up. Men are really starting to straighten up. Right? Whether he have seen or known of it, if he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity. You know of it. Like I know they did that. I'm saying something, man. And we got to do that. We got to read these scriptures and do it. We got to do it. We got to do it. You know of it. And you got a problem, so you got to follow the laws of Matthew 18 now. You got to take it to that brother and him alone. And if he don't hear thee, come with another witness. If he don't hear you and that witness, come with two more witnesses. And it's going to get to the point where you're going to have to take it to the people. But you have to go to that brother or that sister. Right? And it gets deeper than that. Watch this. Verse 2, or if a soul touch any unclean thing, whether it be a carcass of an unclean beast, or a carcass of an unclean cattle, or the carcass of unclean creeping things, or if it be hidden from him, he also shall be unclean and guilty. So if you've seen it or known of it, this person to touch any of these things that's unclean, and you didn't say anything, you bear the iniquity. Hey man, that brother come in, hey bro, like like bro, you come to class, you know you unclean, right, man? For get that, man. Hey bro, don't come. And I'm gonna let the word out, hey man, this brother's unclean and he shouldn't be seen in class. And I seen him when he touched the carcass. And it's like, brother, why you touch it? Or I didn't see him. I heard of it. I'm gonna say something. I heard of it, man. So I'm obligated to say something. I'm obligated to say something. Okay? Verse 3. Or if he touched the uncleanness of men, the brother was unclean, man. And you went over there, gave him a spiritual kiss and everything, dapped him up and everything. Like, bro, he unclean. We just said that. Oh, I forgot, bro. You can't come to feast day. Oh, no, I'm coming to feast day. No, you're not. I bought all my food, bro. Don't even bring your food now. Your food unclean. Oh, your food is already there. You're not going. Your food is just there. The water. Yahweh bless. Okay? Whatsoever uncleanness it be that a man shall be defiled with, and it be hid from him, when he knoweth of it, then he shall be guilty. Like he didn't know he was unclean. So he's guilty of an uncleanness. And the person that didn't say anything, he knew of it. But that's with anything, man. You know of anything and it's hid from you, you bear the iniquity. You bear the iniquity. And that's the thing. A lot of our people don't understand. You bear the iniquity not saying anything. Even to swear a promise. You heard the brother say he was going to do something and you was there. You heard him say it right out of his mouth. And then he didn't do it. Man, you got to say, bro, you can't do that. You got to do what you said you was going to do. You got to do it. Or if you heard of it, like, hey, bro, I heard you say you was going to do that. You not going to do it now? Nah, brother, you got to do that. Oh, yeah, you got to do that. Uh-huh. You got to do that. It's on you. It's on you, brother. Verse 4. Or if a soul swear, pronouncing with his lips to do evil. Man, you heard that brother say he was going to do this wrong to that brother. You ain't going to say nothing. Or you heard that somebody somebody told you that he said that. You know of it. You got to say something. Or to do good. I mean, you say you was going to do good by that sister, brother. You got to do it. Right? Whatsoever it be that a man shall pronounce with an oath, that's a promise, and it be hid from him, from the other person, right? Whatsoever it be that a man shall pronounce with an oath, and it be hid from him, when he knoweth of it, then he shall be guilty in one of these. From all the way from verse 1. And it shall be, when he shall be guilty in one of these things, that he shall confess that he hath sinned in that thing. And I brought this up to see because this goes with Numbers 35, man. See, y'all got to start to think out loud. Think out loud. Start to say things. Think out loud with your mind. Sometimes you just got to think out loud. And that's how things is, just thinking out loud. Well, let's go over to Numbers 1. Numbers 30 and 1. Okay? And let's think out loud. Right? Right? Because we're thinking out loud, right? Let's get this. Let's think out loud. So, and Mashah spake unto the heads of the tribes concerning the children of Israel, saying, this is the thing which the master hath commanded, right? If a man vow a vow unto the Most High and swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, right? He made a promise, an oath to do something, and he bonded his soul that he was supposed to do it. He is now subject to do that, and shall not break his word, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond. He shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth. And that's where it goes to Leviticus 5:1. And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing, and is a witness whether he have seen it or known of it, if he do it not, utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity. When you go to Numbers 31 or 2, verse 2, if a man vow a promise unto the Most High, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceeded out of his mouth. See, this is him breaking his word. In Numbers 31, Leviticus 5:1, if a soul sin and hear the voice of one swearing, the man is sinning because he made a promise to do something, he's not doing it. And you hear about it, you got to say something. You can't just sit back and not do anything. It's just like if you hear sister say she gonna do something, you got to do it. She got to do it. You got to bring it up. But then there's a thing. Does she have a head? Because now you got to tell her husband, and now he knows of it, right? Like it says right here. Or if she's at her father's house, right? All this is in Numbers. If she's at her father's house, and her father hear of it. If he holds his, you know what I'm saying? He's got to make her do her oath, or he can just break. He can be like disannul it. Her father can disannul it. So let's get that. Verse 3, Numbers 30:3. If a woman also vow a vow unto the Most High, and bind herself by a bond, being in her father's house in her youth, and her father hear her vow, and her bond wherewith she hath bond her soul, and her father shall hold his peace at her, then all her vows shall stand. That means whatever she said she was going to do, and her father held his peace, and he's like, yeah, cool, whatever, and she has to now do it. Because this is the first time him hearing about it. And now he hears about it, and he's like, all right, cool, man. Verse 5, but if her father disallow her in the day that he heareth not any of her vows, or of her bonds wherewith she hath bond her soul, shall stand. And the Most High shall forgive her, because her father disallowed her. And watch verse 6. Now this is when she's out of the house and she has a husband now. And her husband, and if she, verse 6, and if she had at all an husband, when she vowed, or uttered out of her lips, or she bond her soul, and her husband heard it, and held his peace at her in the day that he heard it, then her vow shall stand. So he heard that she said this, and he talked about it with his wife, and he didn't say nothing. So, and her husband heard it and held his peace at her, like he didn't say anything about it. Like, all right, cool. In the day that he heard it, then her vow shall stand, and her bonds wherewith she had bonded her soul shall stand. I mean, she will be doing it now. But watch this. But if her husband disallowed her on the day that he heard it, then he shall make her vow which she vowed, and that which she uttered with her lips, wherewith she bond her soul, of none effect, and the Most High shall forgive her. Then it goes to this part right here. But every vow of a widow and her that is divorced, wherewith they have bond their soul, shall stand against her. That means ain't nobody to break your vow. If y'all say y'all got to do something, the divorcee and the one that is a widow, y'all say y'all gonna do something, you got to do it now. And that's just how things are, man. And promises, bonds. oaths, things that you say you're going to do, you got to do them. You can't just break them. You can't say, I'm not going to do it. This includes me too. Everybody. Hey, this is Officer Malachi, officer in the Masharah Yasharala, an officer of a camp of 4, a brother to all Yasharala, men and women, Akim and Akwathim. Hey, this is Malachi. And I say shalom to y'all, okay? And peace be unto you.
Thank you.